my friends, with you it's Andrea Purvu, and today I welcome you guys back to a new episode of the Prima podcast. For today's episode, I'm going to shoot another after-match review, and finally the groups are over and we are diving into round of 16, and I'm really excited for this new stages that are going to come, these further stages, because these are finally like radical. Whatever is happening in them, that is the final outcome. There is no other match that can basically influence the final outcome. No, this is it. And yeah, I'm really excited for this further stages that are going to come in this Euro tournament. For today, I chose yesterday's match, Germany versus Denmark. For some reason, in that moment, I almost said Poland, but no, Denmark. But before diving into that match, I would like to summarize the other match that took place yesterday, and that was Switzerland versus Italy, which ended up with the final score 2-0 for Switzerland. The two scorers for that match were Freuler in minute 37 and Vargas in minute 46. And yes, this might come across some people as surprising, but it was not surprising at all. I'm sorry, but Italy was a real big trash in this tournament. Absolutely deplorable team, very, very disappointing, embarrassing, I would say. And yeah, all the worst. Literally, I do not have one nice thing, one nice remark to do on the Italian squad and their performance in this Euro tournament. Actually, no. I do have one good remark on their performance and on their squad, and I would really like to thank Donnarumma for not allowing them to 100% embarrass themselves, because literally Donnarumma is the reason why that team actually even went into the round of 16. Because I don't think that they deserved at all to actually qualify. It's so sad to think about the fact that Croatia got eliminated and they won like that, and they got in round of 16 when they were absolutely deplorable team and stuff. And sort of like, I'm so angry on that team, and I'm so angry on the fact that they qualified for this stage. I literally, I don't want to get started, because if I'm gonna get started on this team, okay, so, yeah, basically what I wanted to say about this match is that, yes, a lot of people might say that it was surprising, but it was absolutely obvious, because yes, this team, Italy, was absolutely deplorable, and any other team in this tournament deserved more to qualify for the next stage than Italy for the quarterfinals. So yeah. Anyways, now let's dive into yesterday's match, Germany versus Denmark, and let's first of all talk a bit about the lineups. But actually, I don't really have any remarks on it. I think that they were fair. I actually do not have anything to say about the lineup, so let's dive into the match. So, first of all, in minute 4, Schlotterbeck scores with a headshot from a dead ball action, a corner kick shot by, obviously, Kroos. But it was disallowed due to Kimmich's fall. Basically, Kimmich, before Schlotterbeck scoring the goal, he committed a foul trying to kind of keep a Danish player aside from the action. Basically, that Danish player wanted to attempt the ball with a headshot as well as Schlotterbeck did, and Kimmich kind of tried to pull him back to not be able to get involved in the action. So yes, there was a foul committed before the goal happening, and yes, the goal was disallowed. Honestly, I think that was a fair decision, not gonna lie. Then in minute 35, Michael Oliver, the FIFA referee since 2012, and this guy is actually the youngest referee to ever officiate a match on the Wembley Stadium. He did that at 22 years old. Yes, that guy decided to suspend the match due to rough weather. Basically, there was really heavy raining and really strong lightning, and yeah, it was kind of obvious, and I think that was the right decision to make, to suspend a bit the match. Then all the players left the field, and it was, I mean, the weather got even worse. Literally ice cubes were falling from the sky. So yeah, definitely the best decision that that referee could have made in that moment. And after 20 minutes after, the players rejoined the field but didn't hop onto the match. They were allowed to train, to warm up a bit, because yes, I mean, they took a 20-minute break, so yeah, they needed that. And basically, after 3 minutes of training, of warming up, the match started. And in minute 41, Hjulmand receives a yellow card due to complaining. Basically, he was complaining about the referee's previous decision on the Thomas Delaney penalization. He was penalized because he pushed Nico Schlotterbeck, so yeah. And let me see. Okay, I think that this is actually it for the first half. Let's start the commentary. Let's wrap it up. So, what I liked about the first half, I really liked Rüdiger's performance. He proved once again that he's one of the best defenders in Europe. In my opinion, I would say that he's the second best defender in Europe. Even though I do not really like Van Dijk, because I'm a real big Liverpool hater for some reason. I'm not going to dive into that topic right now. But even though I do not really like Van Dijk, I cannot ignore his abilities and his skills, and in my opinion, he is most probably the best defender in Europe. But Rüdiger is there, very close to him, and I would say that he's second, but still a really amazing defender. And I really liked his performance in this match. He actually even won the MVP. I will dive into that topic a bit later in this episode. But yeah. Then something that I liked as well, a player's performance that I liked as well in this first half was Højlund's performance. I mean, he's still young, still has a lot of things to prove, and still has a lot of time to evolve and stuff like that. But I really like the fact that he really is an intelligent player, and I've seen this again in this match. Though something that I did not like about his performance was the fact that he was trying to prove a lot, and maybe sometimes he was really individualist. I mean, he could have passed or done simply played safe than actually trying to prove. But yeah, it's understandable why he has done that, because he's still young. He still does not have that experience to understand that, hey, sometimes you need to play safe. He wants to prove and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, look, for example, a moment when you could have seen this was, because I wrote it down. Basically, it was that moment when he missed a shoot in front of the target. Basically, he could have simply shot it, but he could have simply shot, but he decided to make a more complicated action, and he tried to shoot over the goalkeeper, and it was unsuccessful. So, yeah. I really like Højlund's performance, though you can tell that he is a young player that tries to prove a lot, but as I said, really intelligent player and really skillful one. And as well, I thought that Eriksen had a good performance, but at this point I might just be biased due to the fact that I'm a Manchester United supporter, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, now let's dive into the second half. And in the second half, in minute 49, from a dead ball action, Denmark, actually Ederson, manages to score, but sadly it was disallowed due to an offside. The goal was disallowed due to the offside. Yeah, then in minute 53, Ederson inserts his hand in the ongoing action, and he does that in the penalty area. So he receives a Germany receives a penalty kick, a penalty kick, and basically what happened after this action happened, the referee went to the VAR to check, and honestly, when I was looking at that action, I was pretty convinced that that was not a handball, and I literally could have swore in that moment that was, there was no contact between the ball and his hand, because in the first few replays, the optical illusion made it look like there was no contact at all, but then I've seen that he touched the ball with his thumb. And yeah, I was just thinking of poor Ederson before, like, he literally scored and sadly it was an offside, and now he caused a penalty kick for the other team, but yeah, what can you do? Anyways, and the penalty kick was shot by Havertz, of course, and it was a goal, of course. And yeah, I think that was he have done a perfect execution and shot in his characteristic style, and somehow he a little bit reminds me of Lewandowski, the way he trips and glitches before shooting, but those are literally their characteristic styles of shooting a penalty kick. But yeah, of course it was successful. Is Havertz. I literally do not remember the last time this man missed a penalty kick. So yeah, and then 5 minutes away from this, Bach receives a yellow card. Basically, he anticipated wrongly and late, and so he anticipated wrongly and late, went to attempt the ball, and he hit head-to-head with Andrich. And yeah, basically Andrich was, Bach didn't seem injured very severely. He seemed like he was fine, but Andrich, you could have told that he was going through some pain in that moment. And honestly, I think that was an understandable decision in that moment to give him a yellow card. It was right, it was fair, and I would have done the same, honestly. So yeah, it was a clear decision. Then 2 minutes away from this, there's a perfect first touch from Havertz. And actually, let me tell you something. This, in my opinion, this action that I'm going to describe right now, it's, in my opinion, the most beautiful action of the whole match. So yeah, so basically there was a perfect first touch from Havertz. It was incredible, really got my jaw dropping. Like, when I seen that, I was shook. But then, after he done this first touch, he started a counter-attack, and he was really close to a goal, but he missed it. He missed with the goal empty. There was no goal. He passed the goalkeeper, and he literally missed with the goal empty. That was a bit frustrating to watch, because honestly, I would have not missed from that position, but okay. I think that, yeah, it was stress probably, and probably he was nervous in that moment, and yeah, that's that happened. It happens sometimes. Emotions can get over, to get the control. Yeah, they can take the control and stuff like that. But I think that he could have played it safe. Instead of shooting from that angle, because his angle was a bit, from his angle, it was a bit harder to shoot than it was from Sané's angle. And I think that in that moment, he could have played it safe and passed it to Sané, and Sané would have scored with the goal empty. But yeah, it's understandable why in that moment he wanted to shoot, but sadly the ball didn't went in, and yeah. Anyways, but still a really beautiful action. Yeah, in my opinion, most beautiful action of the match. Sadly, it was unsuccessful finished. So yeah. But anyways, 1 minute away from this, Maehle receives a yellow card. I missed something. So in the same minute when this Havertz action happened, in minute 59, Nagelsmann received a yellow card for dissent, and in minute 60, 1 minute away from this, Maechle receives a yellow card for the same reason, for complaining. Okay, and then in minute 68, just when I was thinking that Musiala was pretty absent, I would say that he was quite absent in this match, he scores. Literally in that moment I was thinking that he scored. And I like the fact that he was really sure of himself. I mean, in the position that he was, he could have passed, but no, he shot with his right foot and he scored. And yeah, really beautiful action, and it was the second goal scored by Germany. And then in minute 72, Anderson receives a yellow card as he trips Yamal Musiala. So yeah, and wait, let me see. Oh, and the last action from this match happened in minute 90 plus 2 when Reed scored, but the goal was disallowed due to a major offside. I mean, in my opinion, it was very visible, but still a really splendid and stunning action, in my opinion. I mean, that goal was really beautiful and the whole action was really beautiful. But it was, I mean, the offside was visible. I think that there were like 4 meters between him and the Danish players. So yeah, it was kind of obvious. And yeah, this was it for today's match. Now let's start the commentary. Let's wrap it up. So wait a second, because I have, as I said, many papers and stuff. I have like 3 papers fully written, and yeah, I get a bit messed up with them. Wait, let me... Okay, so I liked how Havertz proved once again that he's a legend in the making, and in my opinion, even though, yes, Rüdiger received the MVP award, I think that Havertz, if the MVP was awarded to a German player, I think that it could have went as well to Havertz. I really liked the way he played. He did amazing shoots, amazing dribbles, etc. But though I do understand why Rüdiger received I almost said the yellow card, he received the MVP award. Then, if we talk about the MVP from the Danish squad, I think that if the MVP award would have went to someone in the Danish squad, that should have go to Højlund. And yes, he had lots of missed shoots and missed actions, but the way this guy fought for the win, I mean, I think that definitely he was the best Danish player on that field and stuff like that, but yeah, still not up to the MVP standards. But I just wanted to kind of mention who, in my opinion, was the best player from the Danish squad. Then I wanted to talk a bit about the change in the Germans in Germany's lineup in minute 64. So basically, Füllkrug entered the field and he replaced Gundogan. And that was interesting and a bit unexpected change, because in that moment Germany was winning. They were ahead with 1 goal. And basically, if I was a coach, I would have kind of tried to lock in the win with only 1 goal. I mean, I would have kind of changed the lineup into a more... how can I say this? Basically, I would have changed the lineup to consolidate the defensive field and lock in the win, as I said. But the coach chose to continue attacking, and I really like that, because he wanted a more a more solid win. I mean, he wanted more goals, and I really like that. It was kind of interesting to see Füllkrug and Havertz on the same field. I mean, generally, Fulkrug would enter the field to replace Havertz. So yeah, the fact that he now was in, I mean, both of them were on the field was quite interesting. I liked that. And I think that as well the coach wanted to consolidate actually the attacking field, because he was thinking that at some point the Danish players are going to kind of get tired, and he was thinking that in those moments, in those blank spaces on the field, these players could insert some actions and attack and score more goals. And yeah, I think that the strategy was interesting and it was a good strategy. Then I wanted to do a little special mention to Kroos, who did amazing passes and amazing corner kicks. And yeah, I'm simply super nostalgic every single time when I'm watching this man. And I was literally, I mean, when that match started yesterday, when the first whistle was blown, I was just thinking, hey, this might be his last match, you know? And somehow, I mean, I would have liked if he wouldn't have participated to this Euro tournament, because I basically wanted, I mean, when the final Champions League was, the Champions League final was over, to just know that, okay, this is over, he is retired, I've cried, I've almost healed from it, I'm okay with it now. But now I'm seeing him again playing, and at every single match of his, I'm just thinking, what if this is his last match? And yeah, I mean, I will mention Kroos in every single Germany match, Germany's after match review that I'm going to make, I guess. Okay, and I'm just going to mention him all the time because yeah, I'm going to miss him so much. He is a legend, he is a Real Madrid legend, and it's unbelievable to think about the fact that he is retiring. Like, yeah, crazy stuff. I'm really nostalgic. And yeah, once again, Kroos with his amazing passes and his amazing corner kicks. And the last thing that I wanted to, the last remark that I had on this match was the fact that Musiala was not as present as usual, but those few actions that he has done were impressive, I would say. And yeah, basically it's quality over quantity, right? I mean, it's better to be less present, but in those moments when you are, to actually have good and impressive actions than trying continuously in a match but missing all the time. So yeah, quality over quantity. Okay, you guys, so this was it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share it to your friends if you think that any of this information might be useful to them. Comment down below any suggestion for me to improve, and subscribe to keep in tune with all of my uploads. Okay, bye guys!